In this episode, I'm getting a brand new look, creating the Relic Runner starter deck, and building a simple shop to get new cards. Well, hello, all of you beautiful people out there in Minecraft land. How are you today? I am fantastic. Thank you so much for asking. My name is Vid. Welcome back to another very exciting episode on the IgnitorSMP server. This is Season 3, and this is Relic Runner. Yes, and I have some very, very exciting news about Relic Runner coming very soon to a Minecraft server near you. I have a lot of stuff to do today, but the funny thing is, I'm not even going to start with Relic Runner stuff. I'm actually going to start with what I am wearing. You see, it was my birthday last week, and just want to say, I had an absolutely phenomenal birthday. Everything just went really, really well. Everything on the server, everything in real life. Yeah, I had a lot of fun on my birthday. And I did receive some presents inside of Minecraft that I didn't show last week because there's kind of a group of presents that all came from Nietvries, and yeah, I wanted to kind of save those for a special occasion. So the first thing I want to show you guys is a brand new suit that Nietvries designed for me. So give me just a second. I'm going to log off and put on the new suit. And I'm back. Do you notice anything different about my suit? No? Well, I mean, the obvious thing is the red tie, right? So I had a green tie that was gifted to me by Gonzel some time ago. Now I have the dark red tie back, which is beautiful, but that's not all. Take a look at the new pleating on the suit. In fact, you can see it better if I take my armor off, so let me just do that. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Got the new pleated suit. Check it out. Beautiful. Also, the cuffs, the larger cuffs, fancy schmancy, and the brown shoes. Check it out. Neat. Very cool. Thank you, Nietvries, for the brand new suit. But that is not the only gift that Nietvries gave to me. You see, she also gifted me a custom Elytra. Yes, a custom Elytra to go with my brand new suit. But I need an anvil. I believe the closest anvil or stack of anvils is right here. So let me just get my Elytra off again and pop that in here. I just need to add a little MC to my Elytra, and check it out. I now have a fancy Elytra. Very difficult to see there. Let me just toss it on the ground so you can kind of get a feel for it. It's very shiny because it's enchanted, and I know it does look better when it's not enchanted, but hey, nothing I can do about that. So let me put it on. And now let me get over here to a place where you can actually see it. Check this out. This is my brand new Elytra. All VidMC-ified. Beautiful. I'm pretty happy with the brand new wings. And she also gave me one more present that you might see in my inventory down there. It looks like a Ravager head, and in fact, it is a Ravager head. Check it out. But it doesn't just go in my hand. Guess where it goes. You're gonna like this. Blunk right on the head, and there it is. I have got the brand new Ravager eating my head helmet. Let me just do some free cam action here so you can actually get a nice look around. It's got the RR on the side. It's got the Ravager eyes and the jaws and everything. I think it looks pretty cool, actually. So again, thank you, Nietvries. She's also given me permission to sell these hats, so I'm probably going to make a little sort of a gift shop for Relic Runner once it opens, and if people want to buy this hat, they'll be able to buy it, as well as some other interesting memorabilia from Relic Runner. Before I do anything else, I need to make a detour over to see somebody, and it involves what's in this yellow shulker box right here, and yes, it's a lot of diamonds and diamond ore. You see, our good buddy Cubecly allowed us to use his tunnel bore to get tons and tons of Cobbled Deepslate, and as you can see from the castle behind me, I needed a lot of Deepslate and the Deepslate variants, like Deepslate tiles, the Deepslate bricks, and of course Cobbled Deepslate. And the only way I was going to get that stuff was either mining for all of the Deepslate myself, or using a tunnel bore. Now, Cubecly happens to have a tunnel bore, and he was super, super nice and decided to let me use it, and even told me that I could keep half of the diamonds that I got from actually using the tunnel bore. But yeah, I forgot to deliver all those diamonds to him, and I want to give him another special gift too. Now, I know Cubecly has been working down here recently on this, which I believe is part of his new mega game coming soon. And oh, what a great place. I'm going to put this shulker box right down here. So he told me I could keep half of the diamond ore and half of the diamonds that I collected while I was using the tunnel bore. So I've kind of split it all up already. This top piece is for him. Of course, I have one extra diamond here. So here's all of the... Oh, why did I separate this out like this? This is weird. Anyway, here's all the deep slate diamond ore I got. Here's the diamonds I got, and then there's one extra diamond. So, you know, half for him, half for me. One extra diamond I'm going to give to him. I'm actually going to give him all these diamonds just because I think it makes life simpler. And then I think maybe, you know, maybe I'll split this. Maybe I'll just give it all to him. There you go. Cubecly, it's all yours. Honestly, without Cubecly and his tunnel bore, there's no way I would have been able to collect all of the deep slate and cobbled deep slate and deep slate variants that I needed for the castle build. So thanks, Cubecly. All right, back to my base and back into the giant hole underneath Relic Runner, and check this out. This is a little bit of a spoiler, but I don't think I'm giving too much away because there's a roof on most of it here. All of this area right here is the beginnings of level 1 of Relic Runner. And we are making some amazing progress on Relic Runner. And when I say we, I mean Nietvries and I. Nietvries designed about half the level. I designed the other half of the level. And we have both been working tirelessly to build out this level. And there is not a whole lot left to do. So, you know, maybe by the end of this episode, I will have a little bit of an announcement in terms of when we might be able to open Relic Runner. So look forward to that. But right now, I have one more thing that I want to do, and that's just get right back down to this level here. Because, take a look at my armor. I know I've had this green for a while. The green sort of matched my green tie. It matched my green creeper cape. Those are the words I was looking for. But now I don't have the green creeper cape. Yeah, I said it right. I don't have the green creeper cape anymore. I don't have the green tie anymore. And so it doesn't really make sense that I have the green armor anymore. So maybe it's time for me to switch back. And that's why I came over here, because I have some things in my inventory, like the smithing templates and a bunch of diamonds and stuff. So I do need to duplicate the ward template, and I need to duplicate the silence template. In fact, I need to duplicate the silence template twice. There we go. Now I have 2 of those extra and 1 of those extra. And now these ones go back into my my little secret stash here so that I don't lose them. But these ones go on my armor pieces. Over into the smithing table here. On the helmet, we've got the ward armor trim. That would be this one. Yeah. And I'm going to put redstone on these guys. So a little bit of a red tinge right there. And then on the pants, I get silence. And also on the boots, I get silence. Oh, look at that. And then we suit up and take a look at our new trimmed out armor. Man, oh man, these trims are costing me a lot of diamonds this season. But hey, I think they look really good. I am back in full form with the red and the dark red tie and the brand new Elytra from Nietvries. And oh man, so much good stuff going on here. I feel like working on Relic Runner. What do you guys think? Relic Runner? Relic Runner. For my next trick, I am going to need a little bit of orange dye. Luckily, I have a bunch of orange dye right here. I'm also going to need this thing right here, which you might have seen. This thing that says Official Relic Runner Deck Box Label. Yep, I need that. Just going to take that. And then I need a bunch of shulker boxes. Lucky for me, I happen to know where there are a bunch of shulker boxes, and specifically empty shulker boxes, right here in this chest. Yeah, these are all of the shulker boxes of stuff that we have been using, Nietvries and I, to build level 1 of Relic Runner. And every time we empty a shulker box, it goes in this box, and I happen to need, well, I mean, about 20 of them or so. And look, there's about 20 of them right here. Step 1 is going to be coming over to this crafting table here, putting my orange dye in, and then just one at a time, clicking through all of the orange shulker boxes until I have everything that I, need. And next, I'm over to the anvil where I'm going to pop the orange shulker box in and put the deck label on it. And while I'm here, also rename the box as official. Let's see if I can do this. Official Relic Runner deck box. And then let's add this little symbol at the back as well. Perfect. Vid from the editing room here. I did notice while I was creating these boxes that I did spell the word official wrong. And so I did go back later in the video and rename every single one of these 20 boxes so that the word official is spelled right. Anyway, back to the program. I decided to move over to my starter base for two reasons. First of all, I'm running out of levels in order to rename all these boxes. And second of all, that portal was just way too loud at my other base. So just going to trade a few pumpkins here. That ought to give me lots of levels to actually rename the rest of these boxes. As long as I have some villagers that'll trade pumpkins. This guy will trade pumpkins, and this guy will trade pumpkins. And yeah, I've got 15 more levels. My goodness, it seems like my starter base is a massive noise as well, with all of the goats and the villagers and the portal and the zombie pigmen coming through the portal. And man, is there nowhere on this whole server that's just quiet? I think I know a great place to do the next part. And in case you didn't guess, I'm talking about right here on top of the castle. Listen to that silence. It's so beautiful. All right, let's get to work. First thing we need to do is lay down all of our boxes. We have got 21 of these boxes. I don't know why I picked 21 boxes. I think that just happened to be the number that I grabbed. So there they are, right there. In case you're wondering, by the way, how I placed all those boxes so easily without having to switch my inventory, I have this thing called Hand Restock in the Tweakaroo mod that I love. I absolutely love it. If you have the same item in your inventory and you get to the bottom of placing one, it'll just restock the same item. Check these out. The official Relic Runner deck boxes. Oh, I love it. I'm very excited about this. And now it's time for me to start building what is the official Relic Runner starter deck. And I have 3 cards that I'm going to give to every single player. And those cards are the Silence card, so everybody will get one of those, the Treasure card, everybody will get one of those, and the ESP card, everybody will get one of those. And just in case you have forgotten what any of those cards do, let's come down here to the bottom of our Relic Runner game. Wow, look at that. Level 1 looks even more impressive from underneath with all the new redstone and circuitry and anyway, here we go. So first card, Silence. This card blocks 1 noise from being generated in the dungeon. So obviously very important when you're running through the dungeon, you're going to want to block noise. So you're going to get 1 of those for free. The second card is, of course, the Treasure card. This card puts 1 treasure in the queue. And I'm sure I've mentioned this a couple times, but I'll mention it one more time. The only way to get treasure in the dungeon is if you have a treasure card, at least 1 treasure card, and every time a treasure card is played, treasure will be added to the queue, but that doesn't mean treasure gets dropped. That means it's added to the queue, and then about every 30 seconds, there's a little ping that says, is there treasure waiting in the queue? And if there is, then it removes that treasure from the queue and sends it off into the game. So you need to have treasure cards. So you're going to get 1 Silence card, you're going to get 1 treasure card, but you're also going to get this card right here. The common, this is probably the most valuable of the 3 cards right here. ESP card. Check this out. First thing to notice, it is a single-use card. Unfortunately, that means when you play it, it's going to be destroyed. It will be evaporated from your deck. You will no longer have this card in your deck. So choose your time. You can choose to run it on your very first run. You can choose to run it on your 10th run. Whatever you decide to do, you have this card available to you. But when you run it, you're going to get 2 noise block, 2 alarm block, and 4 treasures added to the queue. So very, very good card. And I'm sure everybody will be very happy to have that card in their starter deck. So basically what I need to do now is make sure that every single one of these decks has the same 3 cards in it. And I could do that pretty quickly just by going down the line. But that is not all that these decks are going to contain. But before I show you what else the deck is going to contain, I need to talk about 3 brand new items that you might see in my inventory down there. And those are the keys, the coins, and the skulls. And it all starts with the key, the Relic Runner key, and check this key out, see if I can get a good shot of it here. The Relic Runner skull key. This is going to be the key that you need to open the big gate. So you're going to get a certain number of these keys when you actually start the game, and you'll bring your key over to the big starting gate right here. Of course, you've got to make sure that the game is ready, available. You see up there, you've got game available, game in progress, or game resetting. You got to make sure the game is available. That means nobody's in the game and playing at the time. Then you come over here and you toss your key right onto this block right here, and that is going to open the gate for you and start the game. The second thing we want to talk about is treasure in the game, and that is what I have in my hand right here, the coin, the Relic Runner coin. Let's just toss that coin out here and see if we can get a good view of it. There it is right there. Ooh, beautiful. I love this coin. This is the coin that you will be searching for in the Relic Runner dungeon. It looks kind of like, I don't know, a Mayan or an Incan coin, or maybe like some sort of Native American type coin. Very, very cool coin anyway. These guys are going to be scattered throughout the dungeon. They're going to be in chests, and when you find them, you're going to want to collect them because there are a lot of things that you're going to be able to do with the coins. I'm going to release a full video later this week with the complete instructions on how to play Relic Runner, and it's going to include what you can do with these coins. The short version is you can use them for items inside the dungeon. You can also bring them out of the dungeon and use them for items outside, such as at the coin shop, where there will be specialty items for sale. But not cards, however. In order to get cards, you're going to need the third item, and that is the skull. The scary, spooky skull. Check this out. The skull. This is the item that you're going to acquire every time you complete a level in Relic Runner. Now, complete means you have to get in, get your artifact, and get out. If you don't retrieve your artifact, you will not get a skull. Skulls, you might ask, what are they good for? Well, they are good for cards, brand new cards. Every skull you get is basically the equivalent of one brand new card. You're going to take your skulls over to a special redemption area, which I have yet to build, and you're going to toss them into the hopper. And look at that. It's actually a barrel. You're gonna put them in a barrel. When you put them in the barrel, you're gonna get randomized a brand new card. That card this week, anyway, well, the opening week, I shouldn't say this week, but when the game opens, there will be a high probability that you get yourself a common card. But there will be a small possibility that you will get yourself an uncommon card. And uncommon cards, very, very cool. Very, very cool. You're going to want those uncommon cards because basically they do everything the common cards do, but better. You are allowed to have up to 3 of the same card in your deck. So for example, if you've got one of those silence cards, you can get 2 more silence cards for a total of 3 silence cards in your deck, which will block up to 3 noise in the dungeon. You can also have up to 3 treasure cards, up to 3 clock blocker cards, up to 3 ESP cards. No, sorry, the single-use cards. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I think you can have 3 of those. I forgot for a second. So there is a difference between the single-use cards and the persistent or starter or instant. That's what I'm calling them. Instant cards. Instant cards, you're only allowed to have 1 of each instant card in your deck at a time. But we'll talk more about instant cards in the video that's coming out later. And so back over here to my decks, I need to have every deck having 20 Relic Runner keys. That means they'll be able to do 20 Relic Runner runs just with their starter deck, and then more keys will be acquired later. And I will provide more information on how additional keys are acquired sometime in the future. There are still a few things that I want to do in this episode before wrapping it up, and One of them is pretty important, actually. I want to build something right about there. Yeah, you can see the outline of the schematic. That is where I'm going to be building the brand new skull redemption area. You're going to bring your skulls over here, you're going to drop them off, and you are going to get yourself brand new cards. Very, very fast, very, very easy, very convenient. Positioning and all that stuff. The entrance, the main entrance right there to Relic Runner, that's where that is. And you're right across the hall from basically where the main gate that enters the dungeon will be. So when you come out, you run over here, you trade in, you get some new cards, you decide what cards you want to play in your deck, and then off you go. So without further ado, let's hit that time lapse. End of time lapse, and there it is, the brand new skull conversion machine that'll allow you to, as I said before, insert your skulls and receive some brand new cards. I actually really like the randomization mechanism that I put in here. So basically it's like a two-stage randomizer. So the first stage will pick whether you're getting, a common card or an uncommon card or a rare card or a legendary card, and then after it picks that, it goes into a second randomizer, which basically picks which card to actually deliver to you, which I think is actually pretty cool. And let's give it a try right now, because I happen to have a skull in my inventory. So using this machine is pretty simple. As I said, you just insert your skull into the barrel, and then you should hear some magic things happening behind the scenes, and then soon you will receive a brand new card. And there it is! Oh! And it's an uncommon card, and this is the perfect card for me to reveal for this week what our new card is. And that means heading down here to where we have stored all of the rest of the cards. As you may or may not know by now, we have released a total of 8 common cards and 3 uncommon cards, and today I'm going to release the 4th uncommon card, and here it is right here. It's called Perceive the Danger. What is this card all about? Ooh, so you got a danger thing there. This card will briefly outline all enemies in the dungeon, but there is a caveat, of course. It's going to add 1 automatically to your danger level. Oh, scary, scary stuff. That's huge. That right there is huge. You get a big benefit, but of course, you take a hit immediately. No matter how many other blocking cards you've got, you're just going to get an increased danger level. But briefly outlining all enemies in the dungeon is also huge. So if you're looking for a particular mob, or you're trying to run away, or you're not sure where they're going to be, that card plays. Ooh, it's going to be pretty cool. It's going to light up all the mobs, and hopefully that'll give you a little bit of an edge. Ladies and gentlemen, we are very close, I mean extremely close, to finishing building out level 1 of Relic Runner, and that means we are very, very, very close to actually opening up Relic Runner. And in fact, I am so confident that we're going to finish this game in a very, very short amount of time that I am willing to say that the official Relic Runner start date is going to be Saturday, July the 27th. That's right, the last Saturday in July is going to be the day that Relic Runner officially opens. So it'll be interesting to see who is the first to play, who is the first to collect their box, who is the first to get their artifact and win the dungeon. I've got a lot of work to do this week, though, so that should be fun, getting all set and ready to go. We do have to finish building the level. I've got to do some play testing, but like I said, I'm very confident that by next Saturday, we should have everything ready to launch. But that, my friends, is where I am going to end this episode. If you like this episode, feel free to click that like button. And if you have not yet subscribed already and you never want to miss an episode, you're probably going to want to subscribe to the channel as well. Lots of great Relic Runner content coming up. You're also going to want to check out all of the runs, the Relic Runner runs by all the other Igniter members. Their links are all in the description down below. And if you want to see all of my episodes starting back from the beginning of the season when I very first started building Relic Runner, you're going to want to check out the playlist, which is on the screen right now, that's all of the Igniter Season 3 episodes from me. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode!